Amherst residents says the town board is moving through decisions and spending taxpayer money without considering what voters actually want.
That meeting starts at 6 o'clock Wednesday at the Meeting House. Right now, we're joined by Nick Manbretti and Gina Gentry to tell us more about this. Nick, Gina, thank you so much for coming in this afternoon.
Thank you for having us.
So this meeting, it revolves around the actions of the town board in Amherst. Tell us a little bit about what your current concerns are, why you wanted to bring about this meeting.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in Amherst my entire life. I love it here. The people are fantastic. That's why I've stayed here. I'm just not happy right now, the actions of the town board, how they're treating people. There's just a lack of respect. They're not engaging with all stakeholders in a fair and respectful and a meaningful manner. So what we're hoping to do is gather anyone that feels, disrespected, not valued. What are your ideas? What matters to you in the town? Bring ideas, and let's go out and lead Amherst forward in a positive way to, get some change here.
Now, if that sounds similar, or if it sounds familiar, that is because there are other groups in the town of Amherst doing similar things. But I talked with Nick and Gina offline a little bit to explore more about how you guys are a little bit different. So there are other groups who are protesting the tax levy increase and other decisions that the town board is making. You guys are not that group. Tell us how we differ so that people can understand the differences here.
So both are grassroots organizations kind of coming up from this. I think this focus is more to let Amherst concerned residents come together and discuss different ways that they want to make their voices heard, whether it's through coming to town board meetings or whether it's through going out and doing an initiative in the community. While we're working with the other group, they are more taking on the focus of getting that $11 million bond stopped through a petition.
So if I were to explain this then, what the other group is more focused on are some of the specific spending decisions. Your guys is more of a kind of an umbrella, kind of overarching, all decisions, all spending.
Yes.
Let's get residents more involved.
Yeah, so that we have a voice. I think that was one of the main things that is a concern of most residents, is that you go to these town board meetings and no matter what you say, they're not listening. So this is to kind of get more people gathered together so we can have more of a voice.
In this meeting that you guys are hosting, it's a discussion, right? For others to share the ideas. You guys will be making a presentation. What are some of the big points in the presentation you'll be showing?
Yeah, well, we're really just going to get everybody together and find out what do the people want. There seems to be no place for those people to go to actually just say, what do they want? Everybody's looking of what can I do? What can I help? How can I make a difference? So we're just going to be holding this, saying, listen, we're stronger as a community together, not just one off here, one off here. If everybody gets together, what do people agree on? What do people disagree on? What can we come together and then go out in the community and actually do? So we're going to be going through that explanation, a community organization, and then we're going to be asking the people, what do you want? What would you like to change? And then set some plans and goals for them to go out, and we're going to be there to help organize it.
And I think it's also the education of things. When people go out and vote, they don't always look at the policies. A lot of times, we had this discussion that, they vote straight across the line, whether you're Democrat, Republican, conservative. So I think it really is to more educate people on what is going on in the political scene and get them motivated to start looking deeper in than just the political affiliation of candidates.
Do you think it is fair to say, because a lot of these decisions last November, in November of 2023, they happened in the wake of new board members who were just coming on. And you have residents who supported these board members to get them onto the board, and then they make these decisions. Now it's almost as if the sort of chickens are coming home to roost, right? So my challenge to Nick and Gina was, well, isn't this how representative democracy is supposed to work? We go to vote, and we elect people who are supposed to make these decisions on our behalf. Yeah. You guys are saying, there's other time. There are years in between when that vote takes place sometimes and when another person can come on, right?
Yeah, I think it's three things. It's one, right now, besides even any election, it's just they're treating with people with disrespect and not even just giving them the courtesy and ability to just engage with them fairly. Second of all, it's great to be engaged in your community before, in between, after elections. And then lastly, I think it's great because, people run on campaigns, they're postcards of a couple things, but then there's so much behind in these town board meetings and in the agendas that people need to learn. And like Gina said, we're hoping that people can start seeing more details and really what goes on in their community.
And this will all be covered in the meeting. Give us all the logistics, when, where it's happening, anything everyone needs to know.
Yep, so it's all going to happen at the Meeting House. It's in the Village of Williamsville, right off of Main Street. It's a really cool old church, so it's even just a cool building. Come see an architectural. And doors open at 6 o'clock. The presentation and the discussion for everybody starts at 7 o'clock. And we just welcome anybody to come, voice your opinion, see what other people have to say, and come to community together and make some positive changes in Amherst.
And that's on Thursday,
Excellent.
April 23rd.
And if anyone has missed any point of this interview, it's all going to be posted on the website, wivb.com. Nick, Gina, thank you guys so much for being here.
Thank
We
you
appreciate
for
it. Thank
having
you
us.
for getting involved in your community, most
Yes, we're
importantly.
trying.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
All right, let's send it back over to Todd now for another check.